Good afternoon, welcome to Challenge Recruitment Oval here, the Pine Lodge match of the day, Glenelg versus North Adelaide. As you can see, the Pine Lodge team resplendent in the official corporate uniforms today. Chris Kendall joining you for the match of the day, and to my right, my co-commentator Rob Green. Rob, thanks for coming down.
No worries, Chris, looking forward to the big game.
Should be a massive encounter between two teams. North Adelaide pushing for a finals berth, of course, and Damien Woodard's joining us on special comments.
Yes, good to be here again, Chris, at Glenelg Oval. A splendid day we've got down here today at the Bay, and the Oval, apart from, I suppose, a bit of a glue pot in the middle, looks in splendid condition, and hopefully, as with the previous encounters between these two sides, it will be a big shootout today.
You'd certainly think so. North Adelaide have so much to play for at the moment. Their season really is on the line for the next couple of weeks. Rob, we know that you're a North Adelaide man. Where do you think they can win this game and why?
Last week they were extremely hard at the footy, Chris, and that was the difference. Not known for their hardness at the ball, and today they've got to be that again against a tremendously even Tiger outfit who are also very strong at tackling. Key's going to be to get the ball out of the centre on the small ground, and Alloway and Stewart.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, because Glenelg coming off the bye, but were beaten the week previous by Centrals, and then North Adelaide last week just pulled out one out of the hat with a big victory against Centrals at their home ground.
Wonderful effort last week from North, but I'm taking the Bays here, probably 3 to 5 goals. I think that game last week in the wet will take a little bit out of them. Rob, your tip?
I'm going to go for the Tigers by 2 goals.
Damien?
Look, I'll go for Glenelg, probably pretty comfortably in the end, 24 to 36.
24 to 36 out there for the punters there. We've got all of the margins covered. Your umpires for this game, Damien Joyce, Tony Day and Toby Medlin. Plenty of experience there in the umpiring ranks. Looking at the respective forward lines there, Glenelg are kicking to left of screen.
And I'll just, on the bench for the Glenelg side, we've got Lucas Block, Josh Willoughby and Sebastian Gilhouse. And for North Adelaide, Toby Stribling and Zachary Miller and Todd Pfeiffer. And of course, a big debutant today, Jordan Dodman in the ruck, I suppose, for North Adelaide. Umpire
holds the ball aloft to start this encounter. Cranston gets the knockout. It's a good one. They get the all-important centre clearance, Glenelg. Holmes goes up towards the half-forward line. Good work at the front from Wintle. Announced his retirement earlier on in the week, the North Adelaide captain. They're going to get a free kick now from half-back. Plenty of numbers moving for them, North Adelaide. Running through the centre of the ground there. White makes an option. Wintle ignores that and keeps on the outer side. Could have almost been a push in the back. It was. Now it comes out to Loney. That raking left foot up into the forward lines. Good, strong mark taken out there. That looks to be McIntyre. Too far out to score. Sends it up and towards the attacking zone. Right at the fall of the ball there. Good, strong mark taken by Wright. He's got options moving for him. Clint Alloway's one. But Damien, Matthew Wright's going to have a shot at goal here. We're inside the first minute.
Yes, and Andrew Jarman's pulled out a surprise. He's named the big fella Dodman up there and full forward, and there's a bit of a mismatch at the moment with Sugars as we watch Wright come in.
So Wright unloads. It's going to fall just short. Looking to rush it over the boundary line here, North Adelaide, and it's the first score of the game. A rush behind to North Adelaide. They are one behind. Glenelg yet to score.
Yeah, not too much breeze to speak of here. So it'd be interesting to see how players adjust.
Grimer hands off to Sherwood. Sherwood kicks the base forward. Here's Hinge. Good contest there at the back by Pfeiffer. Bode back into the side this week. Gives it back to Hinge. Kicks it into his teammate there in Ty Allen. Wintle cleans up. He's got a little bit of time. Over to Ivans, who's in trouble. Dropped it cold. Bode's there. And we will have a boundary throw in, Damien.
Yeah, just Luke Ivans. He was named at centre half back. Has he been playing tall?
He's played a bit of wing and a bit of back flank. So centre half back's not been his position throughout the year so far. Fisher to Hinge. Scrubby kick forward by Hinge. Ivan's got a hand on it. There's Doldig. Goes to Holmes. Holmes goes around the body. And the Bays are on the board. 1 straight 6 leading the Roosters. 1 point thanks to Cockatoo Ridge Lions.
Yes, and 3 minutes gone on the Northeast Club time clock, and that was a great snap there by Tom Holmes, who's in his debut season this year. And of course, we all know the potency of the Glenelg forward line, but to have their centre players bobbing up, their on-ballers bobbing up and kicking a goal or two, they're going to be pretty dangerous this afternoon.
Tom Holmes under the attention of the AFL recruiting scouts also. He would certainly be a chance to be a late 50s or 60s pick. Ball's back in the centre of Glenelg Oval once again. Nice tap from Cranston. Straight there near to his running brigade. Backwell evades the tackler nicely. Gets a handball out. Back to Holmes. He clears the attacking zone, goes up towards the 50. McConnell being held off the ball. Nice clever tap from Grimer. McConnell worried out of it again. Good handball over from Gorman. Comes back to Gorman in the 1-2. Now he goes over to Alloway, playing a long way out of his ground. And that's a beautiful smother. Rory Kirkby smothers the ball and it goes over. Going to have a throw in 20 metres around from the Bays goal.
And another interesting move, Ward on McConnell.
Ball's back in the centre. O'Hara get the tap down. They can't get the clearance away, and we're going to have a ball up. 2 minutes gone on the Pine Lodge match of the day. Glenelg 1 straight, North Adelaide 1 behind Rob Green.
Bays forward line. Wintle feeds it off. Ivans is there. Bode sees him over the line, and interestingly, Damien, last time these two sides met, it was Ward on McConnell and kept him goalless, and again, he's got the match up again.
Yeah, we'll see McConnell sort of just drops in and out of the game, but he can be dangerous in 5 minutes of football.
Comes to Archard. Got it away, Pfeiffer. O'Brien's going to be hit by Allen. Did he get him in the back? No, said the umpire. Play on, comes back to Pfeiffer. Archard, here's Loney on the end of it. His kick goes to Ward. Stewart backing back courageously. Nicely intercepted by Murphy. And Alloway intercepted his handball and it went over the line.
Real courage shown there by Byron Murphy, not afraid of the contest. Of course, he got cleaned up big time against Sturt by Brodie Martin earlier on in the season. Real courageous stuff. Back well. Has a bounce. Looking to go over the top. He's got a runner. Fisher. Sends it up to the attacking 50 for the Bays. North Adelaide have got the numbers down the front here. They want to get the clean ball away. Goes from Wintle. Now they're clearing the zone beautifully. O'Brien's going to get first purchase on that. Takes the mark. Handball's over the top. Uni. Now they're going up to their attacking zone. Stewart on the lead. Takes it on the chest. 60 metres out from goal. As Damien mentioned, they're keeping it nice and open for their tools. Stewart's looking for someone to move. He's moved off the mark now, so that should be called play on.
Glenelg got numbers back too now.
Stewart, short kick to right. Still just out of his zone. Glenelg player creeping over the mark, slipping into the space there beautifully. Reece Archard. And he'll be lining up for the second shot at goal for North Adelaide. Loose checking there. Now he hands off to a runner. That's Loney. Unleashes the shot into goals. There it comes at the back. Stewart lands in his lap and he's goal.
Well, he didn't expect that. The North Adelaide player, Daniel Stewart, fell through his teammates' hands. I think that was Dodman there and at the back of the pack, and fortuitous there for the North Adelaide full forward.
First game of footy for Jordan Dodman. Apparently offered a lot of money to go up to the country this year, and North Adelaide made sure he stayed here, and it's his first game today.
He's the third Adelaide 36 to play SANFL, boys. Who were the other two?
Mike Parsons wasn't a 36er, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't Darren Jarman.
It was that West Adelaide player.
That's one.
That's right. But we'll go back to the footy. Allen, quick kick away. Alloway's there, Uni as well. O'Brien's going to run onto this. He's got an opportunity. Goes to 50, kicks long towards the direction of Ricky Ebert, but a good defensive mark taken by the Bays. Form player of the moment, and that's Panozzo to Mules. Looks towards Backwell. Oh, he handballed to himself. Got out of trouble. Back to Cranston. Cranston, high right foot kick. He's got Hinge there. Flying high was Ward. Bode's underneath it for the Bays. Here's Kirkby. Gives it off to Allen. Allen has a bit of time. Handball's over the top to Kane. Ooh. And Kane misses to the left-hand side. And that was a good opportunity wasted there for the Tigers. And we're locked away at 1-1-7 apiece.
Absolutely, Rob, there. And you can see already both teams are willing to run and carry the football and have open forward lines.
Ends up with Gorman from the kick out. That's a raking kick towards the centre. O'Hara leading in the race for the ball. There's a phrase you don't use too often. Alloway. Handball's off. Now he's got Jimmy Allen in space. Looking for a teammate. Isolates White nicely. Ooh. Almost punched away by Rudolph. The connection was just enough to create the loose ball. Now it ends up with Rudolph again. He's looking to send the Bays deep in towards the 50. McConnell lurking at the back. Corwin taken on the second bite. He's looking down the front here. Dribbled over the boundary line by Zachary Miller. Almost. Hinge keeps it in. Now they're looking to have a shot. Matthew Bode tries to centre it. He's got players lurking underneath it. Two Bays players have knocked each other out. North Adelaide are going to look to get the clearance. It comes out through Allen. Over the top. Ivans. They're building slowly. Alloway's in front position. Goes over his head. Murphy. A scrubby old kick, but the Bays have got plenty of time to recover through Kane. Takes a bounce, unleashes from 55. It's going to fall just short, you would think. Drifts over for A behind. 1 goal, 2-8 Glenelg. North Adelaide 1-1-7, 7 minutes gone, first term.
Yeah, fairly even contest at this stage, as you can see on the scoreboard. And yeah, as I mentioned before, pretty free-flowing at the moment. Wintle
Goes towards the outer side. Hits up his target there in Pfeiffer. So Pfeiffer half back left for the Roosters. Good crowd building here, probably 3.5 to 4. Pfeiffer's kicks down the line. Stewart's the target, takes a great grab. So Stewart, impressive, more so as the season goes on.
Well out from full forward. And as you see, well, just as this play continues here, Dodman is the only person in the North Adelaide forward 50.
The kick forward from Stewart was nearly taken by Alloway. Went over the line in front of the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard, which has Glenelg 8 points leading North 7. Throw in. O'Hara opposed to Cranston. Ball goes the Bay's way. Coming away was Kane. Ball ended up towards Mules. Mules gives off to Fisher. Fisher has a bit of time, has a bounce. Looks towards the forward line. He's got the lead of McConnell, but Ward's got him covered and he'll fist it across the line. In fact, he won't. He'll take it over himself and we'll have a throw in.
And just after I mentioned that, it was Sugars that was opposed to Dodman. He's pushed up in the forward 50 now, so the Glenelg defender's not afraid to run up the ground to get a kick, perhaps a goal.
O'Hara opposed to Kirkby. Trying to get the ball away from the stoppage now. The umpire's circling. We're going to have another ball up. 48 metres out from the Glenelg goal. Notice that McConnell there, he's lurking at the back of the contest when the ball goes in. Mark Mick will have a bit to say about that, you would suspect, at quarter time. They still can't get the clearance away, North Adelaide. Hailing the cab here is the Glenelg player in Allen, and we're going to have another ball up. 52 metres out from the Glenelg goal. Might be a passage of play of inches. Nice punch over the top. North Adelaide still trying to get it away. Good tackle there on Bode by Loney, and we're going to have another ball up.
Nearly 13 minutes gone on the Northeast time clock.
Ball's thrown up again. Good tap over the top. We might finally get a clearance. Uni over to Cunningham. Now he kicks up towards the half-forward zone. North Adelaide player was shoved out of it, but it's gone the Bays' way and advantage. Going into attack again, the Bays. Plenty of players lurking at the back. One of those is back well, but it goes over the boundary line. And we're going to have a throw-in 50 metres around from the Glenelg goal. Scoreboard shows them leading by 1 behind, 9 minutes gone.
Well, certainly North Adelaide have come out to play. They're picking up on their good form last week against Centrals.
O'Hara got hands to it. Kick was by Uni. Went to Alloway. Rudolph does a good job, kept his feet, got the handball away. In there working hard for the Bays was Mules. He got it to Bode. Got around O'Brien, had a bounce. Bode, awful kick, only as far as Archard, and Archard chips into the middle. Here's Loney. What can he do with it? He should kick it a long way. Spears it. Beautiful pass towards Brett White. He's got Ebert leading for him. Goes over that player. Here's Dodman. What can he do in his first game? He marks it. Good kick, favoured Dodman, and Dodman will kick from 40 out directly in front, Damien.
Yes, very good. And it's good to see the young lad get an opportunity up forward, get into the game immediately rather than being the rotating ruckman off the bench. And he's got 17 centimetres on his opponent, Brad Sugars. So as Glenelg have a tall forward line, I think Andrew Jarman has come out and gone with the tall forward line for North Adelaide, perhaps having the ruckman rest at full forward.
Dodman. Geez, if North make the finals, he's going to be a crucial player for them. That tall option, left foot kick is through for the Roosters. So they hit the front. 2-1-13 leading the Bays, 1-2-8 thanks to Cockatoo Ridge Wines.
Yes, and on the Northeast time clock's gone 14.5 minutes. And again, that's his first kick.
Correct.
And first goal. So, yep, he joins the, what is it? Is it an elite club at SANFL level as well?
Oh, he's in a very elite club at the moment. He's the first former 36 at a goal with his first kick at league level.
And it's Matthew Ullman, isn't it?
It is Matthew Ullman, but there's still one more, boys. Very well-known player.
Okay, will you say the answer after half-time?
I will say, for those playing at home, I know there's some fans screaming at the screen at the moment, but we'll get back into the action. Cranston, and to Hinge. Picks it out the back. Bode's got a touch of the fumbles. Nice work from Holmes. Murphy. Now they're building. Mules. Over to Cranston. They've got runners. Tommy Holmes puts the skates on. Goes in towards the attacking zone. Good strong mark. Almost taken to the front here by North Adelaide. But the whistle's going to blow for a ball up. Tom Holmes critical on the centre clearances so far. Just works his way into space nicely. Throw up again. Ivans on hands and knees, shovels it out. Oh, they've got runners. Backwell has a snap. It's an up and under. Won't go 15. They're going to want the punch. O'Hara working hard at ground level. They can't quite get it away, and we're going to have another ball up. Damien, try and clear it out of the stoppage for us.
Yeah, well, I'll just mention that's the second kick that Glenelg have kicked just a high up and under. So perhaps that's the result of the pressure from North Adelaide.
So the ball up, 5 points the margin in favour of North. Lots of players around the footy and ends up with O'Hara. A little handball underneath to Uni. Uni's kick looks in the direction of O'Brien. He's got Mules on his tail, but once again the pass was a beauty. Feeds off to Loney. Loney's kick looks for Stewart, who brings the ball to ground in front of Sherwood. Well done. Mules crashed in. Loney's handball to O'Brien. O'Brien's got the run of Wintle. Handballs it down low to him. He gets it. Here's Archard. He's going to have to go hard. Does. Hinge couldn't quite get there. Archard's got Allen. Doesn't use him. Goes longer. Here's Dodman, the big fella. Can he take it again?
Oh.
Doesn't. Brings it to ground. Left foot, check side. Oh, into the post. Oh, it's exciting stuff. What a debut it's been after 15 minutes.
Well, his confidence is up after getting that first goal and then going the check side. Well, exciting stuff.
So Glenelg rush it straight back in. Coming out the back is Backwell. We're going to have a throw in right in front of the Format Homes Master Builder of the Year 2007.
And you'd have to admit at this stage, North Adelaide are better at delivering into the forward line.
Finding a bit more direction. Allen's not having any trouble finding direction. He gets the handball away. Over to Cunningham. Looking to build. Loney's been caught. That's a beautiful tackle. They'll not be holding the ball. Play on's the call. Comes out again. Kane goes deep into attack. This might just about go over the top. No, they're going to look to rush it over for a behind. Oh, there's nothing still in play. No, it has been called a free here. No, a behind as a matter of fact. So we were right the first time. We should all be umpires, gentlemen.
And I'm just looking through all the stats on the highest possession getters. Glenelg don't appear to have too many in the top 10, so it shows it's a pretty even balance.
Glenelg do use the ball fairly evenly, and that's the beauty of them, what opposition teams have certainly found in terms of the matchups. Ivans out towards O'Hara. He couldn't quite take it, but he's going to get the free. So we are going to...
someone in trouble.
That's O'Hara.
They're determined not to let O'Hara take a mark, aren't they, Chris? If he's going to mark it, they'll punch his arm so he can't get that stat.
Oh, they're probably even more determined not to let him have a kick. Although, as we know, O'Hara is very conservative on the kicks, Rob.
Well, and he limps off the ground, as we can see.
Is that his kicking leg?
It is. His left foot is his kicking leg. So the Roosters forward, looking for Stewart. Punch away. Loney got his hands to it. In there working hard for the Bays was Sherwood. Mopping up was Archard. He's been a busy player. Here's Alloway. If it sits for him, he can go. He takes and breaks. Goes towards the lead of Ebert. And
nice.
He takes the mark. Ricky Ebert, who probably played his best game in North Adelaide colours last week in their stunning win over the Dogs at Prospect in wet conditions, will kick from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
That was just a beautifully weighted pass.
Yes, no, instead of perhaps Alloway could have blazed towards goals, but yeah, saw the option, short option inside 50, and chance now for the Roosters to get their third.
Ebert's kick is through the middle, and this is the start the Roosters wanted. They're 3-2-20, leading Glenelg 1-3-9, and we've got a game on our hands, Damien.
Definitely, and as I said before, I think North Adelaide are probably on top in the clearances at the moment, and when they do break away from those clearances, their delivery coming through the corridor is finding their forwards.
Nice work from Ebert, building a bit of a buffer now, North Adelaide, out to an 11-point lead. 13 minutes gone, first term. Dan Stewart goes into the ruck. Usually an able replacement for O'Hara, just needs to keep his eyes on the ball there. Scooping it back under ears, Brett White. He gets the handball only as far as Holmes. Mules, back to Holmes. They're building slowly. Nice handball out the back. They've got runners. Kane over the top. Bode leading in the race for it. Can't quite get his hands on it. Wrapped up in a tackle straight away. We're going to have another ball up.
And again, another example of Glenelg sharing the ball, but good pressure by the North Adelaide side to cause a stoppage out at centre wing.
So Stewart and Cranston. Cranston probably the form ruckman of the competition. Beautifully sharp down there by North Adelaide. But that's nice work again. Wrapped up in the tackle and bundled over the line is Allen. We're going to have another throw in. North Adelaide leading by 11 points. You're on Pine Lodge with Rob Green.
Throw in. Cranston, it favoured him. Hinge was there to Bode. Holmes, the goal kicker for the Bays today. Over to Fisher. Gives it back to Holmes. Can he kick his second? His kick's towards the square, but away to the right. A long way and out of bounds on the full. And of course, if you want a copy of this game or any other, call Charles on 8271-1669 as Cunningham out to Ricky Ebert. He's got Brett White over the top. Smothered, but he's lucky enough to get the ball ricochet back to him. Takes advantage of it, kicks in front, over Alloway's head, in fact. Here's Uni, back ball grabs it. Alloway's there. Kicks long. Dodman's in the hot seat.
Oh.
Couldn't quite take it. Gorman, well played by Sherwood. North Adelaide supporters cry holding the ball. Good passage of play, Damien.
Again, North Adelaide looking dangerous across the half-forward line. Clinton Alloway again delivering right inside forward 50. Give those forwards a great chance.
Certainly a matchup they're going to want to have a look at. Clearing at the back, Panozzo. Back well. Building well here, the Bays. It's going to want to sit. It does beautifully for Willoughby. He's undecided whether to go by hand. Does. Fisher. Back to Willoughby. Over the top, Grimer playing a fair way up the ground. Goes towards true centre half forward. It's all North Adelaide back here. They could raffle it, and they did. Cunningham by hand. Over to Archard. Leading in the race there. Uni. Punched away. Glenelg player ridden into the ground, and that's going to be a free kick to Kane. Handballs over the top. Panozzo. Another up and under. A few of their forward 50 entries have been a bit like this, and North Adelaide are having no troubles getting numbers to the front. Allen coming out the top. That's really nice work there from Gorman. They've got plenty of numbers, North Adelaide. Beautifully cut off there by Rudolph. It needs to sit. It does. Panozzo. Sugars. Now they're building. Holmes, he's been on everything so far. Over the top to Fisher. 55 metres out. Kicks on its way. And that's home there for Glenelg. Much needed goal to the Tigers. Adam Fisher's first. And Glenelg second. 2-3-15. North Adelaide 3-2-20. 14 gone first term.
Yeah, well, I just saw an example in that play there when Glenelg tried to find a forward inside 50. North Adelaide are putting pressure on that ball carrier, and then I think at the moment with that's the only way that Glenelg can find a way home is to go outside 50.
Good game of footy. It's the Bays kicking the running goals. North Adelaide taking the marks. But that occasion their delivery wasn't up to it, and the Bays responded as a good side does. Miller hacks it forward only as far as Mules to Backwell, who's had a lot of it, as he always does. Kicks the Bays forward. Hinge was the target, but it went over his head to McConnell.
Oh, lucky there. He, as I said, he generally bobs up with these. He's a real opportunist, Justin McConnell. And just when you think he's having an off day, he just bobs up and kicks a couple of goals.
So Justin McConnell, kicked from just inside 50. Hasn't had the biggest month or two goal-wise. Kicks towards goal, puts his side in front. Two quick goals takes Glenelg to 3-3-21, leading North Adelaide 3-2-20.
And again, yes, that's at the small who plays tall, Justin McConnell there. And yeah, he's got a fair few goals this season. What that makes his tally now, for this year, 40. 41. I'll look that up.
It's actually
Yeah,
40.
40.
Yes, those hand signals I was making weren't intended to be rude, Damien. Ball's in the centre of Glenelg Oval. Good tap from Cranston. Stewart gets the takeaway. White. He's going to dribble over the boundary line. Going to have a throw-in. Right in front of the Riley's Wine sign. Cockatoo Ridge Wines, of course, our sponsors. There's a neat segue. The 2 9s, Stewart and Cranston. The North Adelaide variety gets it. Palm straight down to Fisher, who gets the clearance. Nice work at the back here from North Adelaide. The Tigers getting numbers around the ball. Going to have another throw up. Just ticked into time on in this first term. Glenelg leading by 1 behind. Stewart and Cranston. North Adelaide player taken a bit high. We're going to have another throw up.
Question without notice, boys. What way is the wind going? I reckon it's favouring outer wing. Just for the viewers'
across
sake.
the ground. Yep.
Yeah. Going probably towards the top left-hand corner of your screen, I would say.
Okay, so in that case, North Adelaide have probably done quite well this quarter.
I'll see if I can get a weather update.
Yeah, just ring Brenton Raglas. I'm sure he'd be happy to take the call.
21.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Good start to the game. Promised a lot, this one. Fisher feeds off. Mules runs off. He kicks forward for the Bays, looking for Willoughby, who couldn't get there. And the ball goes out of bounds in the right forward pocket for the Bays, who have just tightened up on the Roosters, Damien, in the last 5 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. And North Adelaide were looking dangerous in the first part of this quarter, and Glenelg's forwards were kept pretty quiet.
Kirkby Bode, who is wrapped up, and it looks like there's going to be a North Adelaide free.
And that's one of their forwards, was Bode there on that occasion. But we haven't seen much of Grimer and Kirkby and those tools who usually share it around a bit here at Glenelg.
So Ivans clears the Glenelg defensive zone. Nice mark, almost taken at the front. Ends up with Archard. Archard keeps on the outer side. It's all Glenelg here. Sherwood goes by hand over to Fisher. Another raking kick into attack for the Bays. Plenty of numbers down the front here. One of those is McConnell. The ball dribbles over the boundary line just in front of him. Glenelg leading by 1 behind. 23 minutes gone, first term.
So not too much time left in this quarter, and it's turned out to be a pretty even quarter.
So Stewart, block, touch of the fumbles, over to McConnell. Delivers it by hand nicely. Goes deep into the attacking zone, punched away from Grimer. The ball's going to end up with Stribling almost, but cut off nicely by Holmes. Stribling goes back in to try and correct the error. Could almost be a free, and it is. So North Adelaide to take the relieving free kick through, Matthew Wright.
Stribling and North Adelaide lucky to get away with that. He waited for it. Ward chips over to Loney. Loney has McIntyre on the wing, but goes shorter to Stewart, who's got a big task in front of him today if O'Hara doesn't come back onto the ground, and also Dodman, who will share those duties with Stewart, you'd think, out of the pocket. Ebert, and there's the siren. So it's Glenelg 3-3-21, leading North 3-2-20 on the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard. And Chris Kendall, the goal kickers.
Yep, goal kickers for the Bays. We have 1, 2, Fisher, Holmes and McConnell. And for North Adelaide, Dan Stewart, Ricky Ebert and Jordan Dodman on debut. Glenelg 3-3-21, leading North 3 goals 2-20. We'll be back after this break. You're on the Pine Lodge match of the day. Chris Kendall, Rob Green and Damien Woodards. Glenelg 3-3-21, leading North Adelaide 3-2-20. Hopefully you had a chance to get a cuppa. To start off this second term, your caller, Rob Green.
1 point the margin in favour of the Bays. We think they had the aid of a slight breeze in that quarter, favouring the top left pocket as you look at it on your screen, but we'll find out. Stewart. Allen hacks it forward. Here's Alloway in front of Rudolph. He gathers. Couldn't get his handball to his teammate though. Well done by Allen. Fisher. Oh, to Backwell, who couldn't gather. Backwell's tackled beautifully by James Allen. And the umpire pays holding the ball.
Good pressure there.
Allen kicks out wide to right. He's got Archard over the top if he wants to. He uses him. Archard towards the northern goal. Away to the right-hand side, so scores a level. Cockatoo Ridgewines, 21 apiece.
Gee, I mean, North Adelaide, they've got Alloway, who's got centimetres on Rudolph, and Dodman with centimetres on Sugars. Why not try and find those players one-on-one?
Big worries for Glenelg. Brett Backwell limping off here. That it could be a critical turning point for them as Adam Fisher gets the free. At half back. Nobody moving with any real conviction for him, so he's going to have to go long. Got a contest out there, mark or free kick, whichever way you take it. It's going to go back to North Adelaide.
I can't believe that, Chris. Look to Glenelg free for all money for mine.
Look very much there. I try not to comment on the umpires because I know that some of them do buy these DVDs. Hello, Shane Harris and the boys. And I'll have the carton delivered tomorrow. Thank you very much. Andrew McIntyre sends it up into the attacking 50, punched away from Alloway by Rudolph. And we're going to have a throw in.
Did you see what that was for, David?
No, I didn't. No.
Thought Ivans was in Kirkby's back, but anyway,
Yeah.
Chris.
Stewart takes it out of the air. Could have almost been a free to Glenelg, and it is. Goes back to Fisher. He's been busy early on in this second term. Good mark, take Grimer. Pushing a long way up the ground, however. Now he switches into the centre. Rudolph. Look to hand off. Goes out to Sherwood. Sherwood's got plenty of time and space, so he's going to want to hit up this next disposal. That's a good pass to Hinge. Hinge immediately puts the skates on and kicks it deep into the attacking zone. Nice work there by Matthew Doldig. He'll be lining up for his first shot at goal today and a chance to break the deadlock, Damien.
Yeah, well, this is the first time that they've been able to find a tall forward. North Adelaide have been choking the Glenelg supply a little, and well, we'll have a look at how Matthew Doldig will kick in this. Well, I reckon if it's blowing across the ground, you have to aim for the right goalpost.
He does aim for the right goalpost. Damien, you might want to buy a lot of ticket on the way home. That was read beautifully. Doldig's first and Glenelg's fourth. 4-3-27, North Adelaide 3-3-21. 2 minutes gone, second term.
Well, I suppose still playing the game of super rules. These things, well, you don't forget how the breeze works, and yeah, that was great execution there. I thought Hinge would have been better to go back there, but play on at all costs. Got the North Adelaide defence on the hop and got Doldig one out with Gorman there, and that's first goal to the tall forward.
3 in a row to the bays. Beautiful kick by Doldig. Socket forward by Wright. Gets the Roosters forward. Alloway and Rudolph. Good body by Alloway. Allowed Cunningham to come through. Loney goes into Wright.
Ooh.
Just
Standing still, gee.
Wright. He's got Archer. Doesn't use him. Short kick.
Ah.
And
Is it a high fend-off or a tackle, high tackle?
it is a mark to Pfeiffer. Anyway,
Yeah.
if he
So
didn't take the mark, it may have been an FAD. And Pfeiffer will line up from just inside 50, directly in front.
Touch confusing when the umpire signals the opposite way, however.
But I suppose now North Adelaide doing just what Glenelg did a few moments ago, getting that ball in fast into the forward line, and they get their first for this quarter.
So Pfeiffer levels the scores at 4-3-27, each of 2, thanks to Cockatoo Ridge Wines.
And again, well, it's a fairly even encounter. It's all locked away, and nearly 5 minutes gone on the Northeast Club time clock. But look, we're on target because there was into a high-scoring match, because earlier this year it was a big shootout. Glenelg kicking 22 goals and North Adelaide 18.
Two teams play attractive, high-scoring brand of football, and as Damien mentioned today, no exception. Good tap there. Right. Handballs over the top. Loney. Allen. Now they're building into attack. Good punch from Murphy. Straight down to a teammate. Murphy gets it back. That was lovely work. Goes further down the lines. Glenelg retain possession. Has a run. Goes in towards the centre. Just caught out of position a little bit here is Holmes, but that was a good mark. Real class from the youngster. Waste no time. Sugars. He's got a bit of time and space. Hinge just goes over his head. Good work from Cunningham. Ends up with Hinge. He gets the handball around. Doldig twisting, turning. Handball's back. That's a lovely kick up towards the attacking zone. Grimer being held. They're looking to try and get the clearance away, North Adelaide. They're not in trouble yet, I tell you. Good work from Wintle. Goes over to Stewart. It sits for him. Waits for it. Ivans. On a journey of indecision. Stewart. Loney.
They want that corridor.
Miller. Passes further down the lines. Alloway. It's just going to beat him over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw in. 5 minutes gone. Scores locked away. 4-3-27 each of 2.
And you can see there the Glenelg defenders giving Sam Rudolph a hand there every time it goes near Alloway.
Gillhouse, first hands to it. Allen's there. O'Brien's got him though. Away comes Murphy. Good little couple of minutes for him. Rudolph kicks away and just inside the line. Throw-in will take place just forward of centre for North, Damien, and this game continues to be impressive. Both sides very hard at it.
Yeah, just trying to work out who's taken O'Hara's place. It appears to be Stewart in the ruck there for North Adelaide.
O'Brien's in there. We'll have another ball up. Stewart working tirelessly in there. O'Hara's gone down. The only recognised ruckman, of course, Dodman, the first gamer. Stewart was up high again. Fisher's there, gets it away. Here's Kirkby. Ivan's on him. He didn't have it, Kirkby. He'll take the free. Centre wing. Now Grimer's going to be the target here. Oh, it's a high one. It's going to be Hinge and Cunningham. Going back beautifully was McIntyre. Archard clears for the Roosters.
Archard switches into the centre where he's got right. Oh, that was a 2-on-1.
Well,
Glenelg did take his eyes off it.
But he held them up. North Adelaide had players through the middle.
In heaps of space here is Stewart. Stewart unloads a big left foot, but that's beautifully smothered there by Byron Murphy. Nathan Loney goes back in to try and mop it up. Comes out towards the direction of Gorman. Glenelg, they're looking to build nicely here. Allen, Murphy, looking to try and dispose by foot. That lands at Kirkby's feet. Ivans just fails to keep it in. We're going to have a throw-in right in front of the card table here. A little bit of biff there from Ivans, and Hinge gives him a gentle pat on the helmet on the way back, the helmet of the head variety. Now it comes further down. Nice work there. Beautiful from Doldick into the attacking 50. Could have almost been a free to the bays. Nothing doing. Bode out the back. Allen. Hinge. Twisting and turning. Hinge unloads. It's going to go to the top of the square. McConnell on the back there. That's a push in the back. And now we're going to have a free on the last line of defence there to Greg Gorman. It looks spectacular, but a bit undisciplined, Rob Green.
Certainly was. Gorman says thanks very much for the undisciplined act, McConnell, and takes the footy.
He likes this end of the ground besides the slouts, Justin McConnell.
He's going to have to cut that sort of thing out of his game come finals time, otherwise Micken's going to be tearing his hair out. Ball goes forward. Miller didn't have it. Will take the free.
Tearing McConnell's hair or his own?
Both. Miller. Oh, he's kicked straight to Kirkby. So Kirkby's had a bit of the footy in this second quarter. Short to Fisher. North Adelaide, a lot of numbers back in that defensive 50. Fisher's kick towards McConnell. And O'Brien just got there to cut it off, and we'll have a throw in right in front of the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard, which has it 4-3 apiece, Chris.
Just noticing there that they're double teaming McConnell at every opportunity, and they're trying to sandwich him. It is going to make it difficult. However, that means that Glenelg have got a free man somewhere, so they should be looking to try and isolate him wherever possible. Good work at the back there. Doldick into the direction of Bode, twisting and turning. Comes out the back. Long raking kick from the bays. Plenty of North Adelaide options there. Good brave mark taken there. Nice work from Archard. Handball's off to Allen. Alloway, Loney, they're building nicely. Goes over the top of the North Adelaide player. Plenty of numbers on the back here through Sherwood, Sugars. Out the back, Panozzo. Just sits there for Murphy. Now it comes out the back, Hinge. Slips over at the wrong time. Holmes, a little bit undisciplined. Now he needs to try and lock it in. He's calling for the free, but there's going to be nothing doing there. Going to have a ball up, 4-3-27 apiece. Just ticking into 10 minutes, Damien Woodards.
Yeah, just an opportunity went begging there for North Adelaide. If that market had been taken inside 50, North could have snatched the lead.
Throw up. Miller has been right in the action. And I guess you're right there, Damien. Loney, that's what he's there for. He's got to find those targets for North Adelaide going forward.
And also perhaps the inexperience that Dodman paid out there is right at the back of that pack in that situation.
Doldick's there, gets a horrible bounce. Archard, handball to Gorman, tackled beautifully by two bays. In the end it was Kirkby.
No, he had no opportunity to get rid of that.
Just cutting in, Damien, just for the next couple of minutes, just want to keep an eye on Archard. Exactly where is he playing? He seems to be running out of the back pocket.
Dodman's there on hands and knees. Another ball up, a lot of players around the footy. And Chris Kendall, get us away from this stoppage, please.
45 metres out from the Glenelg goal. Still locked away at 4:3:27. 13 minutes gone. It's going to be a free to North Adelaide, so your wish is granted, Rob. Going to end up with Jordan Dodman. I'd say his chances of kicking a goal with his second kick in league footy are fairly slim now. That's a terrible kick. Sugars. It's a 2-on-1, but he gets it away beautifully. Grimer. A look away handball. Bit of lair rising. Ebert comes back. Loney puts out the don't argue. Archard twisting and turning. Oh, he's got a runner moving for him beautifully. That's Pfeiffer. Takes a bounce. Wow. Unleashes deep in towards the forward 50. There's numbers here for the Roosters, but it just dribbles over their head and goes through for a behind. That was exhilarating stuff there from young Pfeiffer. 4:4:28 North Adelaide, Glenelg 4:3:27. 11 minutes gone, second term.
Yeah, North Adelaide again causing the turnovers, putting a bit of pressure on Glenelg. They're not having it their own way like they have had for most of this season.
Ponozzo holds the footy up. We'll see what that means.
And I don't know how many Glenelg players are looking at the scoreboard because Sturt are holding Port Adelaide 4 goals.
Big kick, Uni at the back.
Up.
Little kick forward. Good mark taken by Block. So
top spot on the line here.
Block
for Glenelg.
Kicks the base forward. Ivans is there. Mismatch. Definite mismatch there. It's Kirkby.
No, Grimer.
Grimer, is it?
Yep.
Thanks, Damien.
That's even worse as a matchup.
and Ivans has just said now we're trying to spot Archer.
Grimer's kick to Hinge. Jeez, he's
on Mills. Well, Mills is on Archer.
Back to Grimer. Ponozzo. Oh, they're in trouble. Murphy. Back to Ponozzo. He hands to Hinge. They've gone nowhere in about 20 seconds, but now they're forward. Mills is the target, but intercepted by arguably North's best player in Archer, Chris.
He's setting up plenty of attack from halfback. As Damien mentioned, he's opposed to Ben Mills at the moment. Lands at the feet of Wintle. He's got time to recover. Handballs over the top nicely. Gorman, or McIntyre I should say, gets the clearing kick away, but it's all Glenelg back here. Murphy. Sugars. Got a runner moving for him. Take your pick. Beautiful work there from Kane. Has a bounce. Has a second. Passes. It's an awful one. They may still get away with it. Bode tucks it under the pocket. Goes up towards the attacking zone. Nice work there from Dolding. Couldn't hold the mark, however. And now we're going to have a ball up 15 metres out from the Glenelg goal. All he had to do was hold it. But then again, boys, Matthew Bode, a little bit too unselfish.
But yeah, what was the sun in Dolding's eyes, do you think, on that occasion? Just went straight through him.
Spent it before he had it, you would suspect.
Perhaps, yeah.
Now we're going to have a ball up. Dodman. They get the punch away now, Glenelg. It's a snap out the back of the pack.
Block.
Lucas Block has got his first for the day. And Glenelg now leading by 5 points. 5-3-33. North Adelaide 4-4-28. 15 minutes gone into the second term. A lovely crumbing goal there, Damien.
Yeah, fantastic work there by Lucas Block coming off the bench. He is regularly rotated through the midfield. And, well, we haven't had a game. It's been a real arm wrestle with the defences. And I'm just trying to work out where Archer is at the moment. He's on centre wing now. So every time we look for him, he's changed position.
The word's gone out. He's trying to confuse us.
Yes. So he's up against Holmes. He's matched up on Holmes, who's on the wing.
Gilhouse, well done to Allen. Couldn't get it away, diving in there for the Roosters. And we'll have another ball up. And the Glenelg are leading by 5 points. Breeze doesn't seem to have played a huge part in this contest. Gilhouse grabs it, gets it away. Here's Archard, but it's Allen running through, dispossessed, dives back on it. They're calling for holding the ball and they've paid it, rightly so. Dragged it in and didn't get it out. Fisher. The run of Murphy from half-back. They've done this a lot this quarter. O'Brien's got him. Pressures the kick. Out in front of Kirkby. McIntyre's going to take it across. And the Bay's just starting to get on top.
Yes, and I've just got a weather update from Brett Dutchke at the Weather Channel. It's 13.4 degrees currently and southwesterly winds of 22 kilometres. And radar indicates showers on the hills, but we won't get any here this afternoon.
Now it all looks pretty clear so far. Bode leading in the race for the ball. He's under fairly heavy pressure, however, from Ward. Lending some support is Fisher. Gets one of the dinkiest little kicks you'll ever see away. We're going to have a try
it's
right
free
from the
kick.
interchange gates. No, it is going to be a free.
Hanging on to Fisher there.
Fisher.
Been probably amongst Glenelg's best so far.
Willoughby was lurking out the back. Fisher having nothing doing of that. Passes down the lines. Grimer.
Oh.
Just punched away there by Ward. Ivans. Ends up with Fisher again. No one to really handball to. He does, unfortunately. It's only Uni, however. He was ridden into the turf. Could have almost been a free. Good work from Allen at the bottom of the pack. Where else would you expect to find Allen? And it's going to be holding the ball. That's a very...
Made no attempt. He just sat on top of that.
Yeah, a little bit harsh, I tend to think, but Damien, I would defer to your judgment on that one. Archard takes a bounce, unloads from 70 metres out, kicks up. Stewart at the back there. I tell you what, I reckon that's gone through.
It stuck through.
A goal to Reece Archard. That is his first for the day. And North Adelaide now bring the margin back 1 point their favour. 5-4-34 Glenelg, 5-3-34-33. 16 minutes gone, second term. Damien, that took us all by surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. And Reece Archard having a great quarter here. I'm not sure whether he's actually positioned on centre wing or perhaps someone loose in defence. But as we see, I think someone else matched. No, he's going back to the centre wing position. You can just see him on the bottom of your screen there. But fantastic goal on the run, and North Adelaide keeping the pressure on the base, staying in this contest.
Great hard game, the two number 9s, Stewart and Cranston. Allen again. This one won't be holding the ball. Ball up, back where it started, right in the centre. Really hard game of footy as we saw in that contest on centre wing. Not a lot of space or time for anybody out there. Ball's going to be thrown up again. And maybe the breeze is favouring that left of screen a little bit more than we thought, because that Archard kick really did carry almost as far as the line, probably carried 55, 60 metres. Fisher's in there, tackled, and I think I'm going to use my get out of jail card in Chris Kendall again.
Do not pass go, but yeah.
Last time it worked beautifully, Rob, so we'll see if we get a clearing kick from the likes of Loney from this stoppage, which was almost grounded too. That's a nice clearing kick from North Adelaide.
2 from 2 for us.
Okay, so we'll try this again in a third time. Alloway, laser tackle. That's beautiful work there on young Cranston. That's going to be holding the ball. That's
I thought that's tougher than the last one. I think he was making an attempt there, Cranston.
That's creative. He's got players queuing up for him. Alloway ends up at the feet. Guess who? Archard. Can it be deja vu all over again? He goes long, but this time it's punched on the line. They learnt their lessons, the Glenelg faithful, last time. 5-5-35, Glenelg 5-3-33. 17 minutes gone, second term. You're with Rob Green.
Panozzo. So the margin, most it's been is 2 goals today, boys.
11 points.
11 points. Good game. Neither side breaking away. High kick by Panozzo. Rainmaker. Underneath it's Rudolph. Over his head. Stewart tries to clean up, but it was Holmes who pushed it over the line. And Damien, I think the game's just gone ebbs and flows. Glenelg had the better early in this quarter. North Adelaide just getting back into it now.
Yeah, they sort of held up Glenelg, I think, in that early part of this quarter, and now are doing a little more attacking in this last 5 minutes.
So the umpire throw it up again. Just forward to centre for the Roosters. Stewart got his hand to it, to Wintle. Quick little kick by Allen. Rudolph leads in the race from Alloway, though. Gets it away. Panozzo has a bounce. Kicks towards the broadcast wing. Targets block. Well done by Cunningham. Stood his ground. And Block takes it over the line. This is good one-on-one footy, Chris.
That was just experience there from Block. He just made sure that he kept his opponent on the other side of the ground so that if the stoppage did come, he was able to run straight into open space and get the clearance away. Good work here from Stewart at the front. It's going to have a ball up. North Adelaide leading by 2 points. We're just on the cusp of time on. Second term here at Glenelg Oval. Cranston. Stewart getting the tap. Nice work. Kane out to the 2-14s. Hinge. Look away handball.
Good handball.
Fisher, been in everything this term. Beautiful pass. Hits the Kirkby on the chest nicely. You would suspect he's just beyond his range. Sets it up to the hot spot. 3-on-1 here, North Adelaide, and that's a good, strong mark taken on the front there from Cunningham.
Just took too long. Gave the North Adelaide defenders a chance to read the ball.
Handball off to Archard. O'Brien got a touch of the fumbles, however. Holmes. Now they're back into the 50 again, and Willoughby all by himself takes the sliding mark. He's got a teammate moving for him. McConnell. You would back McConnell from here.
Well, as soon as he saw Willoughby inside 50, he thought, oh, I've got a chance for a second here, so he bobbed up again. A player you've always got to watch, Justin McConnell.
I'd say the chances of McConnell passing this are less than us winning the McGarry medal. McConnell lines up from 40, kicks on its way. The only movement from the goal umpire is 2 fingers, and Glenelg retain the lead. 6-3-39, North Adelaide 5-5-35. We've just gone into time on second term, Damien.
So I guess that's McConnell's 41st goal.
Correct.
Right. And he's catching Grimer, who's still just sitting on 43 at the moment as Glenelg's leading goal kicker. And as I mentioned before, he's a player you've always got to watch, Justin McConnell, and you've spotted a change,
I think
Rob?
Archard's might have been rotated off, but he's staying on. I was going to say it might have been Jarman frustrated in turning the ball over there at the back pocket, but he survives. Goes to Allen. Here's Ebert leading in the race. Oh, Hinge kept his feet. Ebert fell over. It was a bit easy for the base. Fisher to Cranston to Kane. Under pressure, but gets his kick away. Kirkby's underneath it. Grimer backing back. Couldn't take the mark.
Oh, free kick here, holding.
Free kick.
Kirkby, it looks like.
Kirkby, who must have been held by Ivans.
Yeah, he's got another opponent, Ivans. But again, it's, look, another forward. Well, you just had that kick a few moments ago in front of us. But again, another tall forward for Glenelg who's been kept relatively quiet so far.
Kirkby, 40 metres out. Kicks towards goal. They like it. So the Bays extend their lead to 10 points. 7-3-45 for North, 5-5-35 on the Cockatoo Ridge Wine scoreboard.
And we're just clicking into 23 minutes gone on the Northeast Club out at Gillis Plains time clock, and Glenelg a bit of a buffer going into half-time with 10 points up on their opponents here. And, well, it's going to be an interesting couple of minutes before half-time. Can North Adelaide respond, as they have done so far in this game?
Glenelg's biggest margin of the match so far. Good throw up, Cranston. It's going to be another stoppage, however. We're going to have a throw up. Just see there that Willoughby's now got the job on Archer. That's an interesting choice. Willoughby normally more known as an attacking player. Archer gets a hit out, another stat you don't call very often. Willoughby gets under the left boot. Pops it up into the direction of Grimer. He's got a bad bounce. Dribbling taken a little bit high, if anything. Now they're looking to get some run. Good work out the back. North Adelaide have got plenty of options here. It's going to want to sit. It does. Cunningham. A raking left foot up towards half forward. Almost taken at the back here. Rudolph. Right goes back in for North Adelaide. Right again. Gets the handball out. Only as far as Rudolph, and he bundles it over the boundary line, and he almost ends up in the crowd himself. 7-3-45, North Adelaide 5-5-35, Rob Green.
Throw in, North need one. Over Dodman's head, Cranston got the hit away. Panozzo, busy player, Rudolph, Murphy. Kicks towards the wing, Stewart's in the hot seat, couldn't take the mark. Cunningham, over to O'Brien, who's going to take it and give, does that. Bays have got the numbers through Murphy again. Around he goes. Kicks towards the wing. McConnell there. Ward didn't look at the footy. Hit him in the head. McConnell recovers. Ward and McConnell. Ivans. Good contest, and we'll have a ball up.
Now it appears it's Glenelg that seem to be choking North Adelaide as they're going into attack and starting to get on top around the ground, both ends of the ground, Glenelg.
Ball up. Stewart just bundled off the football. It's going to be a free kick, however. It was being held without it.
It's an interesting one.
No, I think that one was probably there. He's looking to... No, he was going to handball off to Jimmy Allen, but the ball's beaten him. So now Stewart's going to have to get the disposal away by foot, rucking in the absence of Brett O'Hara.
Do you think he can stay all day with Cranston, Stewart, Rob?
Dodman will have a run, but Stewart will do the most of it. He's getting a bit of help from Gilhouse too, Cranston, so...
Wintle just sends it deep into attack there for North Adelaide. We're going to have a ball up right on the 50-metre line. North trailing by 10 points now. The gauntlet is being well and truly thrown down to them. They'd like another goal before half-time. But they're not going to get that opportunity. As the siren sounds, Glenelg gets 7 goals, 3-45, leading North Adelaide at 5-5-35 here at half-time. Your goal kickers so far for the Bays. McConnell has 2, the only multiple goal scorer on the ground. Singles to Fisher, Holmes, Block, Doldig and Kirkby. For North Adelaide, Stewart, Archard, Ebert, Dodman and Pfeiffer. 7-3-45 Glenelg. North Adelaide 5-5-35. We'll join you again after this break. You're on the Pine Lodge match of the day. Chris Kendall, Rob Green and Damien Woodards.
Welcome back to the Pine Lodge match of the day. Glenelg 7-3-45, leading North Adelaide 5-5-35. Rob Green with you in commentary, also with Chris Kendall, and special comments from Damien Woodards. And Chris Kendall will take us away at the start of this third quarter.
Thanks, Rob. Should be a massive third quarter here. North Adelaide. Season is getting on the line for them now. Holmes opposed to Archer on the wing. They get the clearance straight away, North Adelaide, through Allen. But that's a good mark taken from Murphy. Switches play. Got a runner moving for him. Sugar's in plenty of space. Can take a bounce. Could almost take a second one, but he elects to go by foot. Up towards Grimer. Ooh, couldn't quite take it there. As a matter of fact, that was Kirkby. Now it comes down to Grimer. Has a shot on goal, but it just goes through for a behind. So 7-4-46 Glenelg, North Adelaide 5-5-35.
And we saw again those Glenelg defenders not afraid to push up the ground to get a kick and send it into the attacking zone.
It's what got him back into the game for mine, Damien. That run out of defence with Archard here. Received it from Loney. Archard finds Ivans. Luke Ivans. He's got Allen running for him. Goes back towards Archard. Just takes it above the ground. Crucial first goal here of this second half. Ward. Back to Ivans. Puts him under the pump. Goes back to Ward. Stood up in the tackle well. To Ebert. To Loney. Loney's got a bit of space. Kicks it low. Out in the Pfeiffer direction. Will it sit for him? Great tackle, Murphy.
Ooh, was it in the back? Yes.
The umpires called it in the back. Probably was there. So Pfeiffer, just forward of centre. Kicks it towards Dodman. Uni's at the back. There is Mules. Uni gathers. Cranston tackled him over the line. And we'll have a throw-in in front of the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard.
Bit of an experiencing there for Dodman. He would have been better off, Damien, probably in shepherding and letting Uni go through.
Yeah, and one player for North Adelaide that needs to stand up in their second half to give them some show.
Comes out the back. Good handball from Panozzo. He's looking for Murphy, searching for him. He can't find it. Zachary Miller just dribbles it over the boundary line. Going to have a throw-in right in front of the Glenelg funeral sign. Even I'm not going to make any jokes about that one.
Well, it's not curtains for Glenelg yet.
No. Good work in there from Allen. Now they've got runners. It ends up with Panozzo streaming through the centre of Glenelg Oval. Twin towers up there for Glenelg, and that's a big, strong mark taken at the front there by Kirkby. And he'll be lining up for his second goal today. And Damien, those tools down there are making it hard for North Adelaide.
Well, again, the old saying, they don't get any smaller, and Glenelg did have difficulty in the first half to find these tools and see what Kirkby can do.
We're right behind Kirkby. It sneaks through. Another coat of paint on the goalpost. They might have been in strife. But the fortune smile on Glenelg, and they move out to 8-4-52. North Adelaide 5-5-35. 5 minutes gone into this third term. That's the biggest margin of the day, boys.
Yeah, certainly. Glenelg have come out just picking up where they left off in that first half. They just broke the game open just so slightly going into half-time and getting the first goal of this third term. And, yeah, perhaps danger signs now up for the Roosters.
He's just starting to get on top in the stoppages as well. It's Stewart against Cranston, who got hands to it. Allen may have been held. And we'll have another ball up right in the centre square. Umpire deciding against paying the push in the back on Ricky Ebert. Throw up again. Cranston hands to it. What a player he's been this year. Fisher gets his kick away from Wintle. Hinge couldn't take it. Cunningham was there, held it in nicely, and the ball will be thrown up inside the Glenelg forward 50.
And yeah, Heath Uni, we haven't called him much this afternoon. He's been resting in the forward pocket at the moment, opposed to Mules.
Hinge, touch of the fumbles, ends up with it, looks to shovel out the handball, but it's all North Adelaide. Allen, that's just going in front of Ebert, and it's going to be a free kick now to the Bays. Fisher wastes no time, sends it up to the hot spot. Kirkby at the front, can't quite hold the mark. They're not out of trouble yet, North Adelaide. That's a good tackle there from Holmes on Cunningham. We're going to have a ball up now, right in the middle of the forward 50. North Adelaide can't afford to concede another goal here, otherwise it is going to be an uphill struggle. Nice punch over the top. Cunningham tries to get through, but he's wrapped up by Kirkby. We're moving forward in inches, going to have another ball up.
Second injury to North Adelaide, Wintle limping off, so down to 19. Bays, of course, have lost Backwell.
Toby Stribling comes on to replace Wintle. Loney gets the clearing kick away. The advantage you would think would be Fisher. Corrals Ebert. Ebert gets the kick away. It's a bit of an up and under. Miller's wrapped up. They could almost be holding the ball, but the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to have another ball up right in the middle of the Glenelg Oval. 6 minutes gone, leading by 17 points.
Yes,
Cranston.
Sorry.
Miller
No fighting, boys.
goes away to Murphy. And Mark taken on the outer side there by Block. In fact, it's Kane. Kane kicks long. Cunningham's there. McIntyre flew as well. Down was Bode. McConnell around his body. And danger signs coming for North Adelaide. Glenelg 9-4. 58 leading the Bays 5-5-35, Damien.
Yeah, and Justin McConnell again bobs up for his third goal, and he's kicked one in each term so far. So good return from him, and now the Glenelg forwards are just starting to get on top, and that, well, 4 goals North Adelaide are down by, and they're not moving with the same sort of fluency out of defence as they were afforded in that first quarter, and yes, they're going to start to find it hard in these latter part of this third term.
Dodman going into ruck. Stewart goes to full forward opposed to Sherwood. I like that. It's an opportunity to exploit the lack of height in the Glenelg back line. Nice clearance there from Allen. That's straight onto the chest there. Beautiful work from Uni.
And this is, we haven't called Heath Uni too many times this afternoon. Very quiet game by his standards. And he is one player from North Adelaide that generally bobs up with 1 or 2 to complement the forwards.
Uni has the shot from 40, kicks on its way. He's responded to the baking from Damien Woodards and gets his first goal of the day. Glenelg now trailing by 17 points, 6-5-41. No, it is a goal. 6-5-41, Glenelg 9-4-58. Rob, you're confusing me for a minute there.
Uni just waved up to you, Damien.
Yeah.
Thank you, I didn't hear you.
He said, yes, Damo, I have put in a quiet one this afternoon, but that was a great clearance there with the debutant ruckman in the middle.
So it was Allen who got his second clearing kick out of that last clearance. North badly needed that.
You are a powerful man in SANFL, Damien.
Oh, yeah. Just building stronger and stronger every day.
Cranston straight down to the block. High kick. Hinges in the box seat. But Cunningham did well. Got his hands to it. McConnell for his fourth. He's grabbed. Good tackle. That's holding the footy. Well done by the Roosters. Tackle was by Cunningham. He'll take the free. Chip to Ward. So Ward.
Here's an opportunity. Ebert, no.
In the back left back pocket. Kicks up towards the wing. Target Dodman. Alloway was there as well. Little players there was Bode. Taken there by Block, or was that Cranston? Was Cranston. Geez, he goes down well for a big fella, Cranston.
But it was Block first.
North Adelaide getting numbers around at the stoppage. Lovely work again from Allen. Gee, he's so impressive, the 2007 Magarey medalist. North Adelaide now trying to get the handball away through Alloway. That has to be holding the ball. Murphy. The umpire's called advantage. I'll tell you what, there's none whatsoever there. Just bundled over the boundary line was E, but we're going to have a throw-in.
Perhaps would have been better to dish off immediately there, Alloway. Just caught in traffic there by the Glenelg defence.
Dodman and Cranston. Dodman gets the knockdown. Cunningham looks to hand off to Ebert. Jumping on top there is Fisher. We're going to have another throw up. So Miller emerges from the bottom of the pack. Dodman again to Cranston. Still waiting on that third NBL basketballer, boys.
Is that Pine Lodge box set up for grabs?
Absolutely. 1 autograph copy and 2 for second prize. Now the ball comes out the back. Good work there from Panozzo. McConnell. Hands off, Bode. Now they're going deep into the attack once again, Glenelg. Tapped out the back. North Adelaide, they're under a fair bit of pressure here. They're looking for holding the ball. Umpire's waving play on. Stribbling. Selling himself almost into trouble. He can squeeze a kick out the top here. He's got a runner moving for him. That's Matthew Wright.
Now, got plenty of space ahead of him for the forwards to move into.
Alloway pushed Rudolph under it. Brett White corralled Sherwood to Sugars to Rudolph. They work it well. Target was Murphy. Handed off to Hinge. In fact, that was Holmes to Hinge. Kick in the Grimer direction. But going back well was Goldman. Crucial stage of this game. Bays have the slight breeze. Over Miller's head. Unusual for him. He's normally tough as nails. Cranston to Fisher. Could this cost the Roosters? High kick. Kirkby. Flow high. Comes down. Archer's there. Well roved by Holmes. But he's bundled into the ground. And we'll have a ball up 20 metres out from the Tiger goal.
Yeah, pressure's starting to get to North Adelaide now. A couple of turnovers.
Tom Holmes has been so impressive today. One they're really going to want to watch the match-up on there, Andrew Jarman, for this second half.
Backwell comes back onto the ground.
Yeah, haven't seen him since the first term.
Looks to be okay. I think he's got that right leg strapped.
He's left the green boots at home, however. Ends up with McConnell. McConnell snaps!
Whoa.
And it just drifts to the wrong side of the post there. Behind there for Glenelg, 9-5-59. North Adelaide, 6-5-41. 10 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, that's usually his bread and butter there, Justin McConnell, as we saw just earlier this quarter, but perhaps had a bit more time.
So McConnell, probably his best game for 4 to 6 weeks, I reckon.
Yeah, he's been kept really quiet.
Coming into form at the right time. Only a month out from finals, and Glenelg playing for that top spot. Have the game in hand on Sturt.
At this stage for Sturt are leading Port Adelaide, 5-5 to 1-6. As we're still waiting for this ball to come back. Gee, we didn't have us.
Finally, Ward gets the ball.
Balls have a habit of disappearing at this ground.
Yes.
Margin 18 points. Ward kicks long. He's got Gorman and Dodman, but Doldig was there. Kane's going to mop up, is he? He's got Brett White pursuing him. Oh, the handball goes over the head of Fisher, but he's good enough to recover. Gets it back to Kane. Round the body. Well done, Doldig. Took the mark, played on. Bode, this looks dangerous. Bode raking left foot, kick to the square. And the high flyer was Grimer. Ball still in. Backwell.
There's a free kick. Could be going to Glenelg here. Over the shoulder.
It's coming back to Grimer.
Grimer, is it? Yep. And Cunningham, I think is it Cunningham there in the back pocket there, saying that he was trying to spoil there, but perhaps infringed.
Grimer came into the game under an injury cloud. Apparently wearing a moon boot during the week.
Gee.
Looks like he's going to run around here. He is.
Oh, gee.
That has missed.
Well, he was trying to aim for the injury cloud, I think, with that kick.
I think he's trying to aim for the moon by the look of it.
Yes.
So 19 points lead to the Bays on the Cockatoo Ridge Wines scoreboard.
And it was a full moon last night too. Anyway.
It was very much. Not that there's any madness up here in the Pine Lodge box. Not that you'd ever know, of course. All very calm and measured up here. Especially with the medication. Waiting to get the clearing kick away. Gorman. The next kick's going to be interesting. Glenelg have flooded numbers across half forward. May have to try and clear that zone, Gorman. Goes around the man on the mark. He's kicked it up to a 2-on-1. Almost taken there by the Bays. Nice work over the top. Ends up with Panozzo. Rudolph. Now they've got numbers moving. Willoughby kicks it towards McConnell. Justin McConnell is bread and butter. He'll be lining up for goal number 4, Damien. Just notice here that Brett Backwell lurking there without an opponent.
Oh, yes. No, McConnell's still got his back turned. It's probably one player that takes a while to turn around. But again, Glenelg, look, they're starting to win the more of the 50-50 ball contest, and they have plenty of players around the football. If they make a mistake, one player picks it up, bang into the forward line, and you've got McConnell with his 4th.
Ran home his 4th goal, McConnell, from his 3rd scoring shot of the quarter. And now this is getting quite dangerous for North Adelaide. 10-6-66, North 6-5-41. Just tick over towards 13 minutes.
On the Northeast Club time clock, and he's level now with Grimer, who's hasn't had his account open or added to this afternoon. He's on 43. And McConnell level with him. So perhaps there's a bit of a late challenge there by Justin McConnell to become Glenelg's leading goal kicker.
Wintle back onto the ground for North. Allen, another clearance, left foot pass. It's out in front of Ebert. Miller's there as well. Miller, well done there by Fisher. Round his body, but he sprays it away out on the full. And the free kick will be taken by Reece Archer. No, it's going to be taken by Zach Miller.
No.
Zach Miller will take it.
45. Yep.
Hands off to Archer, but no, says the umpire. So Miller comes around on the angle. Kick towards the square. Dodman!
Oh.
Just played in front. It was an awful kick by Miller, but Dodman found himself in the right position and will kick from about 40 metres out. Tough angle, probably into the teeth of the breeze.
Yes.
As Damien said, it was coming from the southwest, which is the bottom right of your screen.
And this will be interesting. He followed that kick, read it well, Dodman. Haven't seen much of him since that kick in the first term.
Dodman, the left footer, kicks towards goal, and he barely scrapes it in for a point. It's North 6-6-42, trailing the Tigers 10-6-66 on the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard.
Yeah, the Battle of Hastings now for Glenelg. Jordan Dodman, 1 goal, 1 in his SANFL debut. Read that like an Adam Ballinger pass, that one. Beautiful grab. Almost as good as a grab as Dean Brogan used to take when he was playing in the NBL. For those playing at home. Now, ball comes out from the free kick. Nice mark taken over the top. Comes out from Kirkby. Now he switches further across. Sugars. Looking for a teammate to break. It does. Running through again. Panozzo. Sends it into the 50. Setting a bit of a task there for his forwards. Oh, beautiful work there from Backwell. Just burrowed in. Murphy wraps him up in a tackle. And we're going to have another ball up right on the 50-metre arc. Glenelg leading by 24 points.
And I think that effort there by Brett Backwell sort of sums up Glenelg's intensity at the moment. We're not seeing the same sort of pressure from North Adelaide as we saw in that first half.
Ward hit Backwell hard, took him over the line. Another boundary throw in. Glenelg really starting to get on top. Show their experience and toughness, bouncing back from that poor effort a fortnight ago. Ball up again, Allen's in there. And what margin do the Roosters need to be at, Damien, to be a chance in this last quarter?
I think they don't want it to get it out any further than this.
Wintle. Allen. A lot of possessions today. Brett White, can he hold it? He can. Well done.
So, yeah, they don't want it to go beyond 24 points.
White, centre wing, in front of your Pine Lodge broadcast position. Charles will help you out. If you ring him on 8271-1669, you get a copy of this game or any other not covered by ABC this year. Dodman!
Again, gee, he's just, he's towers above everyone else.
Distance will trouble him. Into the wind, he'll kick from 50. But when he's been down there, Chris Kendall, he's looked extremely dangerous.
He's looked very dangerous indeed. He throws a real wild card into the mix for them now. Assuming that they get Damon White back if they make finals, and they've got the likes of Stewart and Alloway, throw Dodman into that. That's going to be a forward line almost impossible to match up on.
Dodman, crucial moment. Can he get the journey? He knows it will drift right to left. The big fella. kicks towards goal. It's going to miss to the right. Will it get the carry? And it's tapped over for a point. So that brings the margin to 23 points in Glenelg's favour on the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard.
Now, you just think, Rob, with just the 3 marks we have seen Dodman take and present himself, wondering why so late in the season that he's made his debut.
Do ask Jarves that.
Okay, I'll do it after the game.
Handballs over the top to Rudolph. I can't wait to be there for that. Nice kick into the attacking 50. They've got numbers at the front here, the Bays. Grimer turns on a thrupney bit. He's looking for a teammate. He only found Matthew Wright, unfortunately. Allen.
Now they've got a chance.
They're building. They've got some run. That one had to be centimetre perfect. Allen goes back in to mop up. Gets the clearing kick away just in time. Nice pass to Pfeiffer.
Numbers in the
Queuing up
middle.
at the centre. Ivans kept his head beautifully when others lost it. Wright. Loney. Now they're building beautifully. Miller dodges around. Dodman, no, Alloway goes over his head. And it ends up straight in the hands of Uni. So, since Damien Woodard's laid down the gauntlet, Heath Uni picked it up.
He must have heard us. He obviously listening on Bluetooth. But, yeah, look, it's North Adelaide again. Just a little clumsy coming out of defence. But, yeah, give themselves a chance to stay in this game if Heath Uni can convert here.
Lines up for his second goal, and no trouble at all there for the North Adelaide vice-captain. 7-7-49 North, Glenelg 10-6-66, ticking over towards 19 minutes in this third term.
So it's just under 3 goals now, the Roosters' deficit in this game, and they've had the better of Glenelg this past few minutes, so if they can apply a bit more scoreboard pressure between now and three-quarter time, give themselves a good chance in the final stanza.
Crucial goal to Uni. Pass intended for Alloway, possibly. Went over his head. Uni got the mark. Stewart jumped into by Gilhouse. Clearance will go to Kane. Kicks Bays forward. Dolding's the target. Ivan's on him. Archard will mop up at the back. Does well around Holmes. Gets clear. His kick looking for Brett White. Panozzo flew high. Well done. But the ball goes over the line, and we have gone nearly 22 minutes in this third quarter.
This has really been a breakthrough season for Panozzo. He has had a fantastic year from halfback, creating some real worries down there for Andrew Jarman. Loney, booming kick into the 50. Alloway couldn't quite take it. Sherwood crumbs it well. He needs a teammate to support, but he's gone.
Holding the ball, yes.
Now North Adelaide having a chance through Heath Uni again. He'll be lining up for his third goal of the quarter, and Damien, if he slots this, it's 11 points.
Absolutely, and who would have thought North Adelaide seemed to be gone at the early part of this quarter, but yeah, they've been winning the clearances and getting it into their forward line. Alloway went up for the mark, but he cleaned up about 3 or 4 Glenelg opponents there as we watch Uni get his third.
Third for the term, third for the match. North Adelaide's 8. 8-7-55, Glenelg 10-6-66. 21 gone in this third term. Uni can be known as a goal kicker, although he did kick 1 goal 7 last year against Port Adelaide.
Yeah, well, the times that I've seen Heath Uni, he's always been that it's forward or when resting in the forward line or perhaps on the ball just coming through and getting his 1 or 2 each week for the Roosters. And yeah, he appears to be playing a permanent forward pocket at the moment with Allen doing well in the middle.
The Roosters, not to be denied, still in this game at 11 points. Bode's kick was smothered. He was taken, no, he wasn't taken high. In fact, it was O'Brien who was taken high. Loney asked for the ball when he shouldn't have. The Bays are going to make him pay for this. No, well spoiled by Gorman. Cunningham mops up Grimer, hammered him into the ground. And North Adelaide extremely lucky to get away with that. And we'll have a throw in the Bays' right full forward pocket.
Shane Harris, if you're watching this DVD, just go back to that and have a tap on the shoulder to the umpire at the advantage rule. There was no advantage here. That should have been stopped. Ivans gets the clearing kick away, gets it out of the forward 50, and we're going to have another throw in. So
23 minutes gone on the Noise Club time clock out there at Gillis Plains.
Ball's thrown in. Nice work here, North Adelaide. Ivans leading in the race for the ball with... That's Allen, I should say, with Ward. We're going to have another throw in. For another Taft motor in. Taft, a wonderful hairspray. Not so sure about what their motor in's like. Not that I'd know about hairspray. Bode trying to wrestle his way through the pack, and we're going to have another throw up. They really need to try and get a goal out of this Glenelg, because you can just sense that the momentum has shifted to North Adelaide. Ivans Now they're looking to try and manufacture something. Goes in towards the 50. It's going over Grimer's head. Could have been a free, possibly. Nothing doing. It's going to end up in empty space and will probably dribble over the boundary line. No, the football's got a mind of its own. Fortunately for Tom Holmes, the mind is in his hands. Now it comes back to Block. Kicks it up to the attacking zone. Good mark, almost taken to the front here by the Bays. They're trying to get some numbers around. Oh, they're beautiful work here from handball. Selling themselves into trouble though. Gorman, Wintle. Now it's coming out into the direction of O'Brien, but cut off well by Block. He's going to be thrown over the boundary line. 24 minutes gone into this third term. Glenelg leading by 11 points.
And I tell you what, someone who I've been impressed with, who've just been going about doing their job quietly, is Damien Cunningham, right on Grimer there.
Contest, Miller. Here's Archard.
Here's a chance.
Goes forward. Pfeiffer with Murphy. Crucial ball. Murphy works his way in front. Sockers it in front of him. Can he pick it up? He's outnumbered there. Well done, Byron Murphy. Gets it away to Sherwood. Magnificent play, the Bays. Doldig. Doldig kicks it forward. Cunningham on Grimer.
Oh.
Great mark.
Oh, just as I said that Cunningham was well on top. Grimer bobs up, but that was good work there by Byron Murphy out there on the outer side. You could just see it. Whoever won that 50-50 ball, the ball was going to be delivered into their forward line. So great work there by the Tigers.
Grimer, according to my stats, yet to kick a goal. Lines up for his first for the day. Of course, missed that snap 10-15 minutes ago. Tough pocket. Kicks. Just misses away to the right. So North Adelaide breathe a sigh of relief. Margin only 12 points, Damien. If they can hold that to three-quarter time, they're right in it.
I think they're right in it now. They sense their season is on the line, and they sense they've been able to manage to just claw their way back into their game. If they can just get their skills up a little for this final quarter, will certainly be a good chance to take away a victory here.
Goes over the head of Jimmy Allen. That was smothered beautifully, however, there by North Adelaide. And we're going to have another throw up. So, ball in. 26 minutes gone, third term. Kirkby, post to Stewart. Cunningham. Miller, I should say, just slips the tackle well, but it's going to be a free kick. It's going Glenelg's way. They're waiting for their forward line to open. It's going up. Hinge is waiting at the front of the pack for the crumbs. They've got numbers at the back here. And Wright just runs it over the boundary line. They're looking for deliberate. I'll tell you what, Damien Woodard, I reckon they had grounds for that.
Yeah, there was a big appeal there.
No doubt in my mind, that's got to be deliberate. Throw in. Ball up in front of the Glenelg goal. And we've gone just over 27 minutes. And if they can snare a quick goal here, the Bays, that tips the pendulum right in their favour. Throw up. Hinge was up. North Adelaide defence. Holding on. Archard. Goes to Wintle. Gets the quick giveaway. Intended for Alloway. But crashing in was Grimer. Play on, said the umpire. Ivans. Willoughby had him. And we'll have a throw up.
Not quite sure. Is the ruling on deliberate a little different to the AFL's interpretation?
Now, Shane Harris has mentioned they do try and keep it fairly consistent where they can. Nice work almost from Archard. Wraps it up, but can't quite take the mark. Holmes is wrapped up in a tackle. Can have another throw. Now, Shane Harris has mentioned that they do try and keep the ruling as consistent as possible there with deliberate, but that was deliberate every day of the week, I would have thought.
But not on Sundays.
Apparently not. No, there's certainly a biblical edge in some ways. McConnell lurking at the back. Bode taken high, and that's going to be a free.
Gee.
Right on the cusp of half-time. Three-quarter time, sorry.
Gee, that's disappointing. Always know Bode. Well, you've got to aim low for Matthew Bode. He knows how to get those free kicks. Drop to his knees. But look, this one just on the cusp of three-quarter time. It's going to, well, probably undo the last 10 minutes work that North Adelaide have done to get back into this game.
Yes, Bode taken high. Would have been a perfect tackle on Trevor Cranston. Lining up now. This will be his first major of the day. Kicks on its way. It's drifted a little bit to the wrong side of the post, and that's a crucial miss for Glenelg. 13 points is the margin now. 10-8-68. North Adelaide 8 goals, 7-55. Rob Green, the goal kickers, please.
For Glenelg, McConnell with 4, and the singles go to Fisher, Holmes, Block, Doldig and Kirkby. For North Adelaide, Heath Uni with 3, and singles to Pfeiffer, Dodman in his first game, Ebert, Archard and Daniel Stewart.
Welcome back to this final term. Glenelg 10-8-68, North Adelaide 8-7-55. Top spot on the line here for the Bays. They have one game in hand over Sturt. Your caller to start this final term, Rob Green.
A lot at stake here. Both ruckmen jumping, Cranston and Stewart. Wright's in there. Who's going to get the crucial centre clearance? Is it the Roosters? It looks like the Bays. Cranston. And we'll have a ball up, and that was good hard footy to start this quarter.
Now, it's down in the huddles at three-quarter time there. In the middle of the ground, that breeze is really strong. It certainly is blustering at 22k. So I think North Adelaide, the attack on the grandstand wing, have got a 2-goal advantage.
Backwell, little left foot pass out in front of Willoughby. Takes it.
And Andrew Jarman really urging his players on at three-quarter time that they've got 30 minutes to prove that they're going to be playing finals.
Kirkby took the mark from Backwell. If Glenelg get the first, it's going to put up the pump on North. Good punch by Miller. Here's Loney. Gathers, but he's wrapped up straight away, and we'll have a ball up.
Of course, at the other end, Mark Micken was asking his players to be tighter at the stoppages and to use the switch with speed.
Throw up. Need to get a clearance here, North Adelaide. Ends up with Kane. Nice work there from Willoughby, deep into the 50 in the front position there. Good mark taken by Doldig.
Just see how that ball just dropped. Gorman had no opportunity there once it fell in Doldig's arms.
Was able to pick the pocket nicely, Doldig. Damien, I'll find out in a minute how Heath Uni was at the huddle when you went out to say hello.
No, it was just Jars. He said, thanks for getting him in the game.
Ah, that's good. I'm sure the restraining order's in the post. Doldig lining up for his second goal. Kicks on its way. Umpire's moved a long, long way to his left for a behind. Glenelg 10-9-69, North 8-7-55.
Yeah, well, the gate's still open, and as I mentioned, that breeze, if a North Adelaide attack it, using this grandstand wing, they'll be able to get it down on the forward lines with just a couple of kicks.
Wintle. Looks to me as though he's going to go long here.
But should be down this grandstand.
Goes towards the outer side. Stewart the target. Flying high. Went down to Kane. Good game today from him. Backwell, their playmakers are getting into it early. But he's caught by Wright. Gets out of trouble. Well done. Little left foot pass. Ty Allen couldn't take it. And we will have a ball up.
So Ty is tied up there. Just an update on Backwell. He did get a knock to the knee. He seems to be all right, but with O'Hara, his knee injury seems a bit more serious.
Cranston ended up with it. Fed it off. No. Kick intercepted by Stewart. Target was Murphy, and that pass was by Willoughby. And Glenelg have had 4 opportunities. They've had Grimer miss, Bode miss, Doldig miss, and Allen drop a very takeable mark, Chris Kendall.
As Mrs. May have a funny way of biting them again. Ward gets the clearance. Al away. Goes over his head. Pfeiffer. Nice clearance.
Gee, they won
goes
2
deep
out of
into
3.
the attacking zone. Bays have got options here. Mules just gets the handball away in time. Sugars over the top. Glenelg moving numbers down. Ivans in front position. Just got the hand in. That was enough. Over the top here.
Ooh.
Good work.
Well done.
Pfeiffer sends it deep into the attacking 50. Good punch at the back there from Mules. Now the ball's going to beat Sherwood over the boundary line. Going to have another throw in. Glenelg leading by 14 points. 4 minutes gone. Final term.
And just looking at the cross of the scoreboard, it's still Sturt up on Port Adelaide by 35 points.
Fisher kicked it towards the line. Allen screaming for deliberate. Perhaps could have chased hard and got the ball, but it's a long way from here. Throw in. Cranston got it away. Sugars, little kick. Back to Cranston. What a player he is. He's in the air and on the ground. Great fighter. High kick forward. Punched away, and it'll be a free to Glenelg. No, it's going to Stewart. It's always confusing when the umpire points the other way at the start, isn't it? I was certain that was Stewart's ball. He'll take it. Centre wing out of side, and North must get the first goal. I'll say now, if they don't, Glenelg will win the game. Damien?
Yeah. Well, they got a big rev up by Jars, so see what they can do.
There's Uni, and
The free?
Alloway
No.
gave away the free.
Going to end up with Rudolph. Last line of defence for the Bays. Already signals his intentions to go across goal. Want to be careful here. He's given it to McConnell. McConnell's got a little bit of space. Sherwood will take that. Tries to put the skates on. He's not the fastest man going around anymore, Sherwood. Good work here. Little toe poke from Doldig. Ends up with McConnell. Lovely pass. Good punch over there from Ivans. Crowd calling for in the back. Hinge leading in the race for the ball, and we're going to have a throw-in.
Joe, we just have to raise our voices because this Glenelg crowd has got pretty vocal there. I thought that was a very good spoil there by Luke Ivans. Didn't give away the free kick.
The crowd went up like conductors at an orchestra convention. Murphy. Good wrap up on there on Holmes. We're going to have a ball up right on the cusp of 50. We're ticking into the 6-minute mark. Glenelg leading by 14 points. Rob Green.
Throw up neither side, giving it Stewart and Cranston. Stewart's done a good job today for North. He's in adversity with O'Hara going off early. Stribling went to play on. Should have known that he had to come back.
Oh, the card's coming out for Ty Allen. Did you see what that was for? A bit of would it be abuse of language?
I'll tell you what, that could have massive ramifications for one of the McGarry medal favourites.
So we wait for the umpire to write the number on a piece of paper. Surely it can't take that long.
Why doesn't he just buy a DVD?
Well, it's hardly a long name to write to. It's Allen. It's not
Yes.
Papa Giorgio like from Sturt.
A 1 and a 4 would be fine,
1-4,
boys.
yeah.
Stribling goes towards Miller.
Oh.
Kick an ordinary one. But Miller fights on. He's outnumbered though. Allen's tackled. He's got the support there though. Here's Bode. Goes out on the full. Very lucky the Roosters have been this quarter. Glenelg haven't buried him yet. Here's Stribling. Can he make amends for his last poor kick? Goes around Hinge. Kicks towards the outer side.
Oh, gee.
Over McConnell's head just. Here's Ward.
1 on 3 there.
Feeds it to Pfeiffer. Archer. Wintle running off half-back. Back towards Gorman.
Alloway's
towards
free.
Alloway. He's 60 out. What can the Roosters make of this? Surely you'd go along to Dodman. Does. Flying there, it's Cranston. Ball comes down to the Roosters. And Mills is going to go for holding the ball, but it's a ball up.
Gee, he was lucky there. Didn't seem to make any attempt. He just wanted to sit on that O'Brien there.
Yeah, Dan Stewart free there. Didn't see him. Was calling for it all by himself at the 50. Loney gets the handball away towards right.
Oh, good work.
Good work at the stoppages there from Allen. Mules gets the kick away. It's going to dribble harmlessly over the boundary line. 47 metres out now from the Glenelg goal, the North Adelaide goal.
If North Adelaide can get a goal here, I think it would really give them momentum into this final quarter.
Seem to have a real spring in their step suddenly. Challenges now on the Bays. Ridden into the turf. Gorman, and they're going to call it free.
It's Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, I should say, and this is very interesting now. Pfeiffer's been busy, has kicked a goal, had a couple of behinds also. A massive kick for the young man.
But look, hopefully he should have the breeze right into his back here. So if he just, perhaps just slightly towards the left-hand post.
We're with Todd Pfeiffer, kicks on its
That's
way.
done nicely.
Splits the centre, and that's 2 fingers from the umpire. North Adelaide are back in town. 9-7-61 Glenelg, 10-9-69. 9 minutes gone, third term, Damien.
Yeah, well, look, second free kick to the Roosters in about 5 minutes. They are giving it all. They know this is their last chance. They've really got to get their 9th win for the season here this afternoon. And, well, the first goal of this final term, and it's game on. Game on. So, yes, exciting contest here.
It took 9 minutes, but it was the Roosters who got the first. and putting themselves right back in at 8 points the difference. Pine Lodge Studios, 8271 1669 is Charles's number. Allen soccers forward. Here's Willoughby, gathers for the Bays, gets his handball away, finds Murphy. Murphy, left foot pass, looking for Hinge. Wintle's up high. Here is Stribling, and Bode sees him over the line and will have a throw in.
Gee, just 8 points in it at the moment. Nearly 10 minutes gone of this final term.
Critical stuff, the two nines opposed to each other. The Cranston variety gets it. North Adelaide are wrapped up in a tackle. Jimmy Allen, we're going to have a ball up.
See there, North Adelaide again first in for the football.
Stewart gets the knockout. Wintle delivers by hand. Beautiful work. Pfeiffer delivers over the top. It sits very nicely there for Miller. He passes further along the lines. Got a teammate moving, O'Brien. He's got Miller calling for it again, but they want to go longer and more direct than that. Kicks it up towards the hot spot. Fly over the top there from the Bays, and it's going to be a free. Oh, that's a big decision there from the umpire. It looked actually like a realistic attempt to mark Damien Woodards, but Matt Wright's going to end up with the free.
Now, was that Benny Mills flying high there?
I thought it was Uni's free kick.
No, it's right there in position.
I thought Uni copped it in the back there.
Yeah.
My guess is that Wright was actually bundled out of it
Before
at the front of the contest. Yeah.
Outside 5 metres.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. But we're with Matthew Wright now. He's made a wonderful recovery from serious injury in the off-season. Wright unloads.
Well done.
And he has put it through for his first goal. Game on. 10-7-67 North Adelaide. Glenelg 10-9-69. Top spot on the line, Damien Woodards. 10 minutes gone, final term.
Absolutely, and again, North Adelaide winning the ball from the clearance, and I thought they came through again the corridor, and it was Zach Miller who took it in the centre of the ground. Now, he could have played on, blazed away into the forward line, but elected to go short and then allowed the forwards to get in position, and that's what resulted in a, well, okay, there was a free kick there, but gave the forwards an opportunity, and North Adelaide are right in this now, 2 points.
Cranston down to Murphy. Does he gather? Good pressure. Ends up with Archard. He's going to drive north forward. Goes towards the lead of Ebert. He's got it. 65 out.
Won another clearance, North Adelaide.
Has he got any options? Looks in the direction of Uni, who flies.
Ah!
But Big Dotman.
Oh!
And he will go
Look
back.
at him. You can see him how he towers above everyone else there. But, gee, what a performance here this afternoon by the debutant.
Dodman will kick from just inside 50. North Adelaide have not been in front since the first quarter. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. I think 3 goals to 1 they're up. They haven't seen the lead since.
Dodman put them in front the last time they were ahead.
Dodman just inside 50. Deliberate approach. Kicks towards goal.
It's a big kick.
And he's put him in front. The North Adelaide fans go wild. It took 9 minutes, but now after 13, they are in front. 11-7-73 leading the Bays, 10-9-69. SANFL football at its best, boys.
Oh, absolutely. If you're a North Adelaide supporter, you're on the edge of the seat at the moment, and it's been a great comeback by the Roosters. And again, they're winning the ball from the middle, and there's a couple of lesser lights that I've noticed being thrown in the middle by Jarman, like your Pfeiffer and your Miller being thrown in there, and so he's been backing the youngsters here this afternoon, and they have put North Adelaide in this position. 4 points up, 13 minutes gone.
Centre clearance is going to be a massive one for both teams. Stewart gets the knockdown, but it comes to Glenelg's way, ends up in the hands of Archard. Archard has been superb today. You would suspect McGarry medal votes coming his way. Good, strong mark taken by Alloway, moving up the ground. He sends it on towards the outer wing. They've hit a target again, North Adelaide. Suddenly they seem to have all the answers. Andrew Jarman's boys responding. Kicks it up towards the attacking zone. Plenty of Glenelg players flying for it. Mules couldn't take it. Uni bundled off the ball. Mules rides him into the ground, and we're going to have a ball up. 30 metres out from the North Adelaide goal. They are now leading by 4 points. 13 minutes gone. Rob Green.
Cranston and Dodman. Ball comes down. Players everywhere. Coming away for Glenelg is Block. Gets a little kick under pressure. Was a great kick by Block. Well done. Feeds off to Bode. Here's Kane. in front of Archer. Took the mark. Plays on quickly. They've got the run. It's Willoughby. Couldn't gather. Does now. Here's Kane. One bounce. He goes towards 50. Kicks towards Grimer. Going back is Gulman. Doldig goes around the body. Which way will it bounce? McConnell's there. And it goes across the line. And this is an absolute thriller, Damien.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on the edge of my seat here in Glenelg. Well, they've won that clearance from the North Adelaide attacking zone, and now it's their opportunity to get their noses back in front.
Todd Grimer desperately unlucky not to get a free for holding there. Archer cool in a crisis. Ivans, he's kicked it out to a nest of Tigers, and in the middle of it is Adam Fisher. He's dropped out a little bit after half-time, but he's bobbed up now and it's counted. Rudolph. Oh, he tried to dink it into the forward 50, needed to go longer. North Adelaide comes out to Ivans, and it's going to be a free kick to the Roosters.
Yep, again, another free kick to North Adelaide, putting their body on the line.
They're moving numbers out now, North Adelaide. Good work here from Pfeiffer. He's been very important in this second half. He's got teammates everywhere. Stribling's one of them. It ends up in his hands, the former Fremantle Docker. And now they just need to reset North.
Yeah, Glenelg push numbers back.
4 numbers in the centre of the ground if he wants them, but he keeps it going towards the scoring side. Glenelg comes out the back, good work. Bode, handballs over the top to Kane.
Ooh.
It's going to want to set. Dodman's bearing down on him. He keeps it in front of him, Kane. Tries to crash through the pack. That's marvellous work there at the back. Lovely clearance from Doldig. Goes out to the Grimer direction. There is no one in the Glenelg 50 at the moment. Justin McConnell obliges by entering. We're going 15 minutes into this final term. North Adelaide leading by 4 points.
16 minutes gone. Ball comes in. Stewart worked tirelessly in ruck today. Kick goes forward. Grimer's there. On Cunningham.
Holding.
Crowd want a free for holding. They get it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there, but Cunningham has done a pretty good job here this afternoon. Just didn't get away with that one on that occasion.
McConnell working. Back to Willoughby. Willoughby feeds off to Kane. Can they make something of this, the Tigers? The kick goes forward. Kirkby.
In the back.
Ivans copped him in the back. Just panicked a little bit because he's got a massive disadvantage in height. And Kirkby held his ground and will kick from just inside 50.
And the Glenelg supporters cheer as if it's their first free kick of the afternoon here.
Kirkby was lucky. He was already falling over.
Rory
Yes.
Kirkby to kick the bays first for the quarter. Put them back in front.
It'll be his second.
Comes in.
Third.
The kick is a very ordinary one off the boot, but it's got the accuracy, which is all that matters. And that's his second for the day. Glenelg in front. 11-9-75 to North. 11-7-73 on the Cockatoo Ridgewine scoreboard.
Yes, and well, again, unfortunate there for Luke Ivans, who's done pretty well. He's given away a few centimetres there. I don't know if you can count the helmet in that, but yeah, Glenelg being a recipient of a free kick in the forward line, with North Adelaide having the luxury of a couple of free kicks in their forward 50. So Glenelg now make the most of that opportunity and are back in front by 2 points.
Lovely goal there from Doldig, his third for the day. Did North Adelaide get the clearance? It ends up with Loney. Haven't called him much in this second half either. Allen looking for some numbers in the forward 50. Dodman creates the contest. Mules crumbing at the front for the Tigers. Ends up in the hands of O'Brien. He slips over at the wrong moment. Wrapped up beautifully from Sugars. Cole holding the ball. That was a fairly hot decision, but Glenelg will look to relieve. Got numbers breaking. Signalling out towards the grandstand side of the ground. Archer moves across to cut it off. He's got Sherwood moving there for him.
Gee.
Just gets him.
That's risky.
Forrest Sherwood. Further afield, Panozzo. Willoughby calling for it. I suspect he needs to go longer, particularly with Archer on his hammer and tong. Dodman, that's a brave chase, but you'd always back Panozzo. Ivans at the back, good use of the body. Luke Ivans takes the mark. Switches up towards centre half forward. Fisher at the front there, couldn't quite take it. They've got numbers, Rudolph, Panozzo. Beautiful kick, hits Kane on the chest, and Kane will relieve from centre wing.
Kane's been important in this final term.
Kane to Cranston. Cranston running through the centre. He's kicked out in front of Doldig. Too far. Gorman must gather. Does, but only goes to Murphy. It was intended for Ebert. Murphy runs to 60. Drills to McConnell! And McConnell, the danger man. He's kicked 4. This will be number 5. Very gettable. 35 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
And unfortunate there for Gorman for North Adelaide there. Perhaps should have gone by foot. He was off balance when he handballed it and didn't meet his target. And now it's fallen in the arms of, well, one of the Colt heroes down here at the Bay, Justin McConnell.
Accurate kick by McConnell. Margin 8 points on the Cockatoo Red Wine scoreboard in front of the Bays. His 5th.
And that's his 5th for the afternoon, and a good return. And I think he's notched up a one ahead of Todd Grimer now as leading goal kicker for the Glenelg side here. So Justin McConnell giving the Bays here a nice buffer. They're up by 8 points.
North Adelaide, this centre clearance is going to be vital. Brett White goes into the middle for them now.
Perhaps home ground advantage might be the factor in the end here.
And you just wonder if that hard slog in the mud last week is going to take a bit out of Port Adelaide now. That was a tough game against West Adelaide, who franked the form by winning yesterday. Get that clearance now. They're starting to run, Allen. Oh, straight into the hands of Doldig.
Oh.
Beautiful work there from Matty Doldig, but Damien Woodard's Ty Allen outstanding in the clearance.
Again, and that's what's winning this this game this afternoon. It's the side that's able to get it out of the middle, get it away from the stoppages, and well, the first, say, probably 15 minutes of this quarter was all North Adelaide, and now it seems to be Glenelg's turn.
Ebbs and flows as we tick in towards 20 minutes. Doldig. Top spot could be on the line for the Tigers. Oh. And it drifts to the wrong side of the post. The door is ajar for North Adelaide. 12-10-82. North 11-7-73.
Ward brings it back.
Booming kick.
His team's still alive. Goes long.
Oh.
Panozzo.
Good mark.
What a player he's been in the last month and a half. A star.
I would say most of the season. It's been probably his best season, Luke Panozzo.
Coming, of course, from the Eagles. Murphy plays on, not on the mark. Drives long, holds up in the breeze. Hinges there. Grimer!
Oh. Gee.
Todd Grimer.
Read that beautifully.
The exact same kick he had in the 3rd quarter. I fancy he's not going to make the same mistake. Snouts louts will love it. He'll just run around and bend it back. And has sealed this contest for the Tigers. They've answered with 3 quick goals, like the sign of a very good side, and they're now in front by 15 points on the Cockatoo Ridge One scoreboard.
Well, North Adelaide, they threw everything at Glenelg in the first part of this term, and now it's Glenelg winning the clearances, and now those forwards that have been kept pretty quiet in the first half of the game here today. Doldig, Kirkby, Grimer, McConnell, they're all now featuring. And we know now, we're seeing why Glenelg has the best attack in the competition.
22.5 minutes gone in this final term. Not prepared to call it just yet, boys. I reckon there's still another couple of goals left in North Adelaide, but they're going to need to be quick. Dodman in the centre. That's not a bad move there from Andrew Jarman. We're going to have another ball up in the identical position. They need something out of Loney. He's faded out of the contest in the second half, but if he can get onto that left foot of his and clear it into the attacking zone, there might be life in the old rooster yet. Nice work at the back here. But it ends up Glenelg. They've got some runners now. Oh, here, this is the chance. Willoughby unloads, and it goes up towards the attacking area.
Oh, no,
Grimer, drummed off the ground. Put down your glasses and welcome to top spot, because Glenelg should hold that after next week. 14-10-94. North Adelaide 11-7-73. Todd Grimer has 2, and he moves back to level pegging in the goal kicking award, Damien.
That's right. I was just about to say that Justin McConnell just give Todd Grimer a wave and said, now I'm one up on you. But Todd Grimer has responded after a very good game, I thought, for 3 quarters by Damien Cunningham. But then the Roosters defenders weren't sure what we're going to do there, and they weren't quite alert. But Grimer was.
Full credit to this premiership contender. They've answered the challenge with 4 goals in about 10 minutes. They've just won the ball out of the middle. Goes to right. Here's Archard. He'll play on and go towards goal.
Good kick.
And shepherded well by Stewart.
That's the umpire
and he's kicked a quick answer for the Roosters, but it's going to be too late.
And look, that's what I was talking about. That's the correct side to be attacking. Slightly to have that breeze right behind it, and that's we saw Archer kick a nice goal in that second term, and again on the run this final quarter.
And the scoreboard says Glenelg 14-10, 94, leading North 12-7, 79, thanks to Cockatoo Ridge Wines, Chris Kendall.
We've seen 8 goals in the quarter. You suspect there's another 3.5 minutes. Time is just on the Roosters' side, but gee, they're going to need a quick clearance. Reece Archer outstanding. Might be an unusual occasion of the losing team getting the 3 McGarry votes. Beautiful work from Allen to spin out of trouble. Now he kicks it up and towards the advantage of the Bays. Oh, he breaks the tackle beautifully. Kane, Fisher unloads, and it only goes as far as the North Adelaide defence in Gorman. Greg Gorman on the very last line. Would have been alive, she cried there. Gorman goes out into the Dodman direction. He stays down, the big fella. But it's going to be a free kick to the Tigers anyway. Comes out through at Kirkby. And now they're just going to ice the clock, you think. Fisher. It's going a long way back. I think it's highly unlikely he's going to have a shot. He doesn't need to because Kane's dropped in. Kane obliges anyway. There is your game. Was that block? There's block. 15-10-100. North Adelaide 12-7-79. Block gets his second at 21 points. Damien.
And as Glenelg hit the century with another on-baller, and yeah, they just seem to share it around a bit. It seems to be like, okay, you might see Allen winning clearance, then Fisher bobs up, and then someone else bobs up like block, and yeah, they've just got very even spread there, the Glenelg side, and proving why they are going to be top of the table.
Cranston hands to it yet again. Hands up with Allen. Kirkby in front of Ivans. Hands off to Fisher. He kicks towards the goal square. It's Grimer and Cunningham and Grimer! What a finish to the quarter by the Bays. They have played super football out of the middle of the ground, and their forward line looks so dangerous with Grimer, Kirkby and McConnell.
Yes, they've just run right ever since the Roosters took a 2-point advantage halfway through this term, and now it's just all Glenelg, and yeah, with this home crowd, they're just loving every minute of this.
Grimer for his third. Umpire moves a long way, but it's still a goal. And the Tigers kick their 16-10, 106 to a gallant North Adelaide 12-7, 79, thanks to Cockatoo Ridge Wines.
And Todd Grimer having a quarter like Heath Uni had in the third. He's bagged 3 in this, all in this final term.
Yep, they've kicked 4 goals in 5 minutes there, Glenelg. That's the sign of a very good team. So North Adelaide denting their finals hopes. What can Andrew Jarman pull out next week? Dodman opposed to Cranston. Cranston gets the knock. Cranston goes back in on hands and knees too, and he's going to win the clearance. Good work from the lion-hearted big man. He was going for the handoff to Fisher. And it's going to be a blood rule now. And it's going to be a free to North Adelaide as it happens.
Yeah, North Adelaide next week have Port Adelaide at Prospect, then they have the bye, and then they have West Adelaide in their final game of the season, of the home and away season. And Glenelg coming in have the Eagles next week at Woodville, Port at Alberton, and Norwood here at Challenge Recruitment. 3 very winnable games en route to top spot. Good clearing kick from Miller, but Glenelg cut it off straight away. It's going to end up with Willoughby. He's got Hinge with nobody near him at the moment. Took a little bit long to turn around. Game's certainly Glenelg's anyway. Plays further down the line. Hits Holmes. Been a little bit quiet this last quarter, but a very good game otherwise. Mules. Who would you see as Glenelg's best at this stage, Chris?
I think Adam Fisher's been exceptionally good in the clearances for them. Trevor Cranston's had a very good game in ruck. And Holmes has certainly had his moments throughout. McConnell very important in the second half. It's going to end up going through for a behind. There, a raking kick. Glenelg 16-11, 107. High-scoring football again. North Adelaide 12-7-79.
Ward into Loney. Loney gives to a player standing still in Miller. And holding the ball. Loney argues with the umpire, but he should be arguing with himself. That was a terrible option. And Block is going to kick from just inside the 50. And percentage is also important in the race for this finals berth. North and Port both locked away on 8 wins. And Block to kick the Bays 17th if he can make the distance.
I stand corrected. I don't believe Block's ever kicked 3 goals in an SANFL game.
Okay. His chance here this afternoon. He's kicked a couple of valuable goals. Lucas Block.
He comes just inside the 50. Kick is away to the left. So that extends the margin out to 29 points.
And we've got a score update from Alberton. Those who don't want to know, just cover your ears for the moment. Sturt 12-8, Port Adelaide 5-8.
So the fans of one team will be happy there. We won't tell you who it is, Ivans.
They'll be after the game as well.
They will be too. So game is now lost for North Adelaide. Switches back, Ward. Just racking up the possessions down North Adelaide. Handy if you've got them in the dream team, of course. And there's the final siren. Glenelg have run out 29-point winners, 16-12, 108. North Adelaide, 12 goals, 7 at 79 in front of a big crowd here at Glenelg Oval. The goal kickers, please, Rob.
For Glenelg, McConnell kicked 5, Grimer 3, 2 to Rory Kirkby, singles to Ben Kane, Adam Fisher, Tommy Holmes, Lucas Block and Matthew Dolding. And for the Roosters, Uni kicked 3, Pfeiffer kicked 2, Archard kicked 2, Jordan Dodman also kicked 2, and there were singles to Ricky Ebert and Daniel Stewart.
So Glenelg 16-12, 108, defending North Adelaide 12-7, 79. Damien, thanks very much for joining us today.
Oh, look, it was great to be back. Great to be back with you guys calling the game down here at Glenelg. And, well, the Tigers, gee, they've really put on a show here this afternoon. Really, it was a very even contest in that first half, but then Glenelg sort of just had a bit of a buffer there halfway through that third term. North Adelaide responded. Season on the line stuff for the Roosters. They went as hard as they could for the first part of that quarter, but then Glenelg to respond with just 6 goals just shows you why they are a top side. And again, look, I just looked through this Glenelg side and I find hard to pick, you know, a standout player.
Or a weakness.
Yeah.
Genuine flag threats the Bays. North Adelaide on the other hand, Rob. Where do we see them?
North Adelaide were gallant today, right in the game halfway through the last quarter, and I think on that form, I think they're good enough to make the 5, providing results go their way, which is not a position you want to be in.
No, you never want to start relying on mathematics, but 16-12, 108 Glenelg, defeating North Adelaide 12-7, 79. The Pine Lodge match of the day, Chris Kendall, Rob Green and Damien Woodard signing off. Thank you, goodbye for now.